Falx is the word offense, given physical form, and crafted into a weapon of war. These curved swords have great attack speed, and with an aggressive playstyle, will shred even late game max new game plus bosses so quickly, they won't have much time to do anything about it. You'll have a couple of opportunities to get the Falx in your DLC playthrough. This depends on how you interact with Hornsent's questline, but the latest you'll get it is after the Leda and allies fight, right at the end of the DLC. The moveset is the normal curved sword moveset, which I am not familiar with, since in about 100 build videos, I have never covered a curved sword. I didn't bother with the single weapon moveset because this is a paired weapon. When you two-hand the Falx, instead of two-handing it, you get a copy of the weapon in your left hand without needing a second Falx. This will give you a dual-wield moveset. In this paired weapon moveset, there are a couple moves we want to rely on. First, using the weapon's neutral light attacks, with both weapons give you multiple hits and a lot of successive attack power. Second, the light jumping attack hits with both weapons twice, with most of the damage occurring on the second weapon hit. Jumping curved sword attacks are one of the best attacks in the game. Hitting the enemy 4 times in a single jump will boost our successive attack power even faster than those neutral R1 attacks. I would have built around the jumps if it wasn't for the unique Ash of War we have on the Falx. Revenger's Blade is not the best option in every fight, but when it works really well. The first part of the Ash of War is a sprint forward and a swipe when you release the Ash of War button. You can hold down the Ash of War button to cover a greater distance if you so choose. There is a heavy follow-up to the Ash of War. That's a flurry of crazed attacks, concluding with a final swipe with the paired swords. On some enemies, you'll need to wait for the appropriately large attack window, but on NPCs and bosses like Renala or Melania, you can stunlock them with this move. When you combine the innate bleed of the weapon, successive attack power boost, and a stunlock, you end up with a very quick fight. The spells I used for this run were the classic Golden Vow and Flame Grant Me Strength. Not only do they boost our damage 15% and our physical damage 20%, but Golden Vow gives us 10% damage negation, and Flame Grant Me Strength gives us stamina regen, both of which are otherwise absent in the build because of how focused on damage it is. Before we step into the ring, we chug the flask, use Golden Vow, and then Flame Grant Me Strength. Unfortunately, the Falx is a Somber Stone weapon, and ineligible for weapon buffs. If we encounter an enemy we can stunlock with the Ash of War, feel free to lead off with the Ash. Just be cautious, because when you commit to the heavy follow-up, your character will complete the move unless they are hit out of it. If not, we want to use the light and light jumping attacks to boost our successive attack power. During the fight, you can see the attack rating of your weapon pass well into the quadruple digits with all the buffs we have active at once. Do let me know if there's any other curved swords I should give a try. The one that piques my interest the most is the Wing of Estelle. I haven't used it since before I started making build videos, so expect a video on that one in the near future. Our talismans for the build started out with the Shard of Alexander, for 15% more damage with the Ash of War, Millicent's Prosthesis, because it boosts our dexterity, and successive attack power, the Rotten Wing Sword Insignia, for even more successive attack power, and the Lord of Blood's Exaltation, for 20% more damage after we proc a bleed. Our tiers for the run are the Thorny Crack tier, for the third and final successive attack power boost, and the Bloodsucking Crack tier, for 20% more damage at the cost of health drain, which does not matter much since we will be finishing these fights so quickly. Our stats at RL 170 are 60 Vigor, 24 Mind, 35 Endurance to light roll with the Noble's armor set, 75 Dexterity, and 25 Faith for our incantations. That 75 Dexterity will jump up to 80 with the help of Millicent's Prosthesis. The Falx is the perfect weapon if you're looking to make a glass cannon build, with a unique Ash of War. Despite usually carrying at least one defensive talisman on my build, this straight offensive setup was easy to use and now is easy for me to recommend to you.